Obviously, the European Green Deal and the MFF, two of the most important projects of the Commission, fall partly in your responsibility, so there will be lots of work for us to do together in the upcoming months. Firstly, on the just transition mechanism, it's obvious that we need to clarify its financing fast in order to ensure the success of the European Green Deal and also for the success of the MFF talks. What types of measures do you intend to finance in order to make sure that we have a long-standing, a sustainable economic impact of what we finance, not just a short-term effect? My second question is, what measures does the Commission plan in order to make sure that particularly the countries which need the financing most, which also happen to be the least developed of the Union in terms of financial markets, how do we make sure that they can also access the funding? On the MFF, quickly, please tell the Council, Commissioner, not to take the approval of the MFF by the Parliament for granted. Agreeing in the last minute in the Council, assuming that the Parliament will say yes or yes, is the wrong assumption on the side of the Council. So please stand with us in explaining our philosophy as was expressed by José Manuel Fernandes before to the Council. Because you said that we could do much in the previous MFF, but the truth is that we need more flexibility and we need sufficient resources. In the previous MFF, once we started financing projects on migration, we had zero margin in heading 3. So whenever we realized that we need more money in heading 3, every year we need to tell to the projects, no, there is not more money, because there was zero margin after we started financing migration in 2015, 2016. And my last remark, Commissioner, is on the yearly budget. Please take the guidelines of the Parliament serious. That will ease our agreement on the EU budget at the end of the year. And please tell the Council to approve, to put its political weight behind the budget early in the process. Because what they do is they always adopt bureaucratic guidelines, which are nice words, but then when we need to negotiate, in words they say more for growth, but in fact, they cut for research, innovation, and so on. So please tell the Council Presidency to follow up on the guidelines, to take them serious, to do them in a political way, and to engage in the budget negotiations early in the second half of the year, not to postpone it for the last night, because that will also make your life more difficult. Thank you very much.
Of course, in Pillar 1, things are in principle pre-allocated, and in Pillar 2 and 3, of course, there's a kind of competition. Yeah? But what we will do, in particular, to help these regions which are heavily affected by the CO2 emissions, is to assist them and to help them in terms of creating the necessary projects.